Hey, welcome back to Garage of Slot Cars. Tonight I got a couple of, three. I got some new Scalextric cars in the mail today. So thought we'd do a little unboxing and go ahead, and I got the stuff to convert the Scalextric cars to digital, Carrera Digital. So that's a pretty easy process. Scalextric and Pioneer are the easiest, as I'd mentioned earlier. So I'll show you the way I do it. It's pretty easy, but anyway, let's go ahead with the. I'll move the camera around here, and we'll start with the first box. Okay, got two of them. This one's from Electric Dreams. Order from GT Slot Cars. Electric Dreams, LEB Hobbies. Those are my main ones. Anyway, let's go to the first one. Get this camera around. All right. First one here is actually from my wife. She always knows what presents to buy me, right? Slot cars. But see what we got here. Some nice bubble wrap, right? Keep them safe before we send them flying off the track and onto the floor, right? All right. David Hasselhoff and the Knight Rider car kit. With my previous videos, we'll insert a picture here. Top of my pit garages, keep a couple movie cars. I got the original Batmobile.
I will insert a picture.
Yes, got the original Batmobile, and I got the Dukes of Hazzard's General Lee. And we're gonna add the Knight Rider. Sweet. Okay, there's another one in this box that we will also add. We got a Back to the Future DeLorean in here, and then we also have a Plymouth Barracuda, which will be a real race car. These movie cars are they're not necessarily performance oriented. That Batmobile's, oh, there's the cat.
Alright.
And Simba. They're not the most performance oriented. Skinny tires are lightweight. Like I said, I got the original Batmobile. It's not the fastest car, but it's cool. Let's see what we got here. We got, these are the digital chips that I use to convert them to Carrera. And we'll go over that on one of these cars. And as always, from LEB, you get a cool sticker, right? Who doesn't like paying $300 for a sticker? Not this guy. Some more boomer humor for
You're doing that,
you. Yeah, but that's not funny.
well, I mean, the specifics matter a little bit. At least to me.
That's my editor you hear. Alright, let's see. Oh, look at that. Back to the Future 2 DeLorean. Now, Scalextric makes one of these for each movie. They got a Back to the Future 1 car. It's got the big rod coming out the top to connect the electricity. I almost bought that one before, but you got to take the rod off to go around my track. I got bridges and whatnot, and it is removable. But then it's not the same car. Well, this is Back to the Future 2, and it's got the, I forgot what they call it, but where you put the trash in and it converts it. There was a name for it. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. And they've actually got a Back to the Future 3 car coming out soon, I saw. So, oh man, DeLorean, right? Scoot back some so they can see the car. No, he's good. Nice. DeLorean. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, I was getting a racer. So those two will go in my pit garages. So we'll have original Batmobile from the 1966 TV series, which is Scalextric. General Lee, which is the Pioneer. And we'll have the Kit Knight Rider car and the Back to the Future car on top of the pit garages.
Cat is gonna knock over your camera.
Nah. Right. Now this one will be a racer with the Camaros and Mustangs. Plymouth Barracuda. Now this one will be performance oriented. I also ordered Paul Gauge tires, urethane tires for the back of this one, since it will be a runner. So anyway, we'll take the magnets out of all these, and I'll when I put the Paul Gauge urethane tires on, I'll do that next week. I'll show you how I true the tires up right now, and I'll read you that email I got from Slotcar Corner on the status of the new CG Slotcars 3D printed tire truer they have coming out. And I'll read you that email I mentioned in the last video about how it's delayed. We won't get that this month. We'll get it in a couple of months, but they gave very valid reasons, and actually very good reasons that I appreciate for them to be late. Anyway, so while I'm doing this video, I've heard YouTube likes them to be more than 10 minutes, so.
That was old algorithms.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and convert this. This will not work. This is a analog car. This will work on any analog slot car track right now. If you go digital, like I do, you have to be digital specific. You have to have a digital chip in here for Scalextric to run on Scalextric Digital. You have to have a chip in here for Carrera Digital to run it on Carrera, which is what I have. So, what I do, like I said, right now I primarily run Carrera Digital cars, which are ready to go for me right out of the box. And I also like Scalextric. I think that they run really good. They look good. Like I said, they do the muscle cars. They do Knight Rider, Batmobile, or DeLorean. You had to figure out how to make these work on your track, right? So, Carson chip for digital plug ready. That's another thing. It has to say DPR, digital plug ready. There's some older Scalextric cars that don't have that. So in the ad, I make sure it says DPR. It'll say DPR digital, which means digital plug ready. That means it's ready for a Scalextric or Carrera digital chip for you. Carson's makes a chip specifically for this is specifically for Scalextric and or Pioneer to run on Carrera Digital. So let's walk us through that. You get extra braids with Scalextric. You also with Pioneer, and I think you also with Carrera. Most car companies are real good with sending you some extra braids these days, which is nice. Okay. So, the car, Knight Rider baby. Now this is gonna have the red lights that run back for us. That's the other thing. Carrera Digital, the lights come on instantly as soon as you set it on track. Scalextric with this plug, the lights will come on as I pull the trigger as it's moving. But I did see online where someone rewired this to the lights right to the pickup braids, and it worked. The light works right when it sets on the track. I may or may not do that with this car since it's kit, but they're LED, so I mean, as soon as you give it any input on the trigger, the lights are full brightness. Got a tag that says Knight on it. Nice. It's got David Hasselhoff in there. Some boomer humor. Don't hassle the Hoff. Piss him off. Hey, it's marked for language, so I warned you. Sex and violence too, in case that ever happens. But we'll see.
Yeah, you gotta have that and that. You gotta have that out just in case. You can do yourself.
In case the wife comes out in the garage, right? That's when the violence will come in, not the sex.
Oh my God.
Anyway, boomer humor.
Definitely not.
Okay, here it is, little tiny chip. That's it. Now this will do off in the your little LED light there. This will operate your switch tracks. It will make it work with my app out there. It will make it simulate run out of fuel and all the pit stops work. Everything except, I'll make videos later. You can make a car a pace car or a ghost car on Carrera Digital. This chip will not support those two functions. So my Scalextric cars cannot be ghost cars or pace cars, which is fine. I have pace cars and a car I use for ghost car. Right here, this is the door, little hatch. It's real simple. We unbolt that, we plug this in and bolt it in its place. See, that's why I like Scalextric and Pioneer. It's they make it wonderfully easy. They've hey, I feel digital's future. I know a lot of you older gentlemen stick to analog and go, oh, analog or nothing. Well, good for you, but we're going into the future. Or should I say, back to the future. Sometimes the jokes write themselves. All right, so you pull this door out. Super simple. I don't even have to take the body off the car if I don't want to. And this one I won't, because I'm not gonna change these tires or nothing. This won't be a race car. This will be for looks, for driving around the track. A little showpiece. Okay, so they're kind of stiff. I take a flat blade usually. Yeah, there's a plug. Since this is analog, I assume this just loops it back onto itself here, these wires. Like I said, tight fitting plug. There you go. There's door. Chunk it. You don't need it. The analog's in the past. Move on. Okay. And then take this plug. It's got two lines in it. You can't go in backwards. You got plenty of room under Scalextric for these. Pioneer makes theirs a little tight. Hey, Jules. He owns Pioneer, if you're watching. If the plug comes out the top, it makes it really tight in your cars. If you could make it come out sideways, that would help. But you make slot cars and I don't. I'm sure maybe there's another reason. Just letting you know, like Pioneer Legends, could use a little extra room in there. So we just place the screw back in here. Boom. You are now ready. It's got the switch track. This will work all the switch tracks. This will work the lap counter. All that. Got your LED. It is ready to go. This will now drop onto my Carrera Digital track, and I code it just like a normal Carrera Digital car. And that easy. Pioneer the exact same way. It has the exact same door. Maybe Scalextric makes his chassis for him, I don't know. But it has the exact same door. You plug it in. It's super easy. Very nice. So that one is ready to go. So can't beat that. Let's take our racer out of the box. This one should, it's my introductory video. I showed you my the Trans Am cars I like, the Chargers. Well, I don't think Chargers actually ran the Trans Am series, but in my virtual slot car world they do. The Chargers, the Camaros, and the Mustangs. Well, I'm going to get a couple of Scalextric makes some nice Barracudas, and as I said, I like to get a racing pair. So I will. They've got another Cuda. It's dark blue. It's got some rainbows on it. I don't know what it's called. It has the AAR CUDA hood instead of the shaker hood. I'm not in love with that car. And they came out with this one, and I loved this one. So I think I'm just gonna single it with this car until maybe next year. Since they have this mold, they'll put out another paint scheme, and I won't be forced to buy that ugly ass blue car. So I like they did the. I don't think in the Trans Am series they ran the shaker hoods. This may not be an actual Trans Am car. So, like I said, in my virtual world, it will be. My track, my rules. Right. Let's get the. Get the DeLorean out of the box. You remember, Mara? Do you remember what that was called? Mr. Disposal?
I can't remember. I
It
know
had a name.
less about 80s movies than you do.
Oh. See if I can read it. I know it has the flux capacitor inside. Alright. Bam. That is awesome. I love this car. The lights will work on this one the same way. Has the digital door. We'll do it just the way we did the Trans Am. We'll go ahead and leave the rubber tires, everything on this one. This won't be a race car or a performance oriented car. Although this one may run pretty good, I'll bet. It feels weighted correctly. I don't know. This one may surprise me if this runs good. Maybe I will put some Paul Gauge urethane on the back just in case I want to race this one. Like I said, I got General Lee, but it's on my pit garage, so I'll have the original Batmobile, the General Lee, and we'll have these two movie cars on the other two pit garages now. So this one feels a little light. I don't know. These may run okay. Maybe this will be maybe this can be a racing pair. Maybe I'll leave the. Plus, you want to keep some of your cars rubber. Like I said, I keep the Pioneer ones rubber. I keep the Scalextric rubber tires aren't the worst. They're not as good as Paul Gauge, but they're not bad. And the rubber tires will leave a layer of rubber on your track, help you grip around the corners. The urethane, I think they're pretty hard. I don't think they leave any residue. They don't pick it up though. If you go to rubber and urethane tires play well together. If you go to silicone, they'll pick up any rubber residue on your track. They'll remove it. So you kind of need to be all either rubber and urethane or urethane or silicone. I've never done the silicone, so we're rubber and urethane on my track. That looks nice. I know the headlights work. I think the taillights do too. Let's see what the box says. I don't know. Can't decipher their little widgets on there. We'll see. That one's got headlights. So it looks like the Barracuda's headlights are going to work too. Yeah, look at that big old spoiler. That's another thing I mentioned. Yeah, my cat is moving my tripod. No, Simba. It's another thing I mentioned earlier too. I ran the banked corners on Carrera for a while. I didn't really like them. This would probably have trouble on that. This would probably scrape that track. I know some of the other racers have diffusers back here. It'll actually scrape and lift the rear tires off, and but actually, those cars wouldn't run around the bank track without crashing. So anyway, so next week I have off of work. I got a couple ideas for videos. I'm gonna do one on, like I said, we got some Paul Gauge urethane tires on this. So I'll show you how I true them. It's not a very good way. Actually, that's a video showing you what not to do and the stupid way I do it. Maybe I won't make that video. Yeah, why not?
No, you gotta admit your mistakes.
Yeah, I'll make it. It's not really a mistake, or it's not the best way to do it, and it's not.
True, but if you know that information,
Yeah.
tell someone, you can prevent other people.
Yeah, I
from
will,
making
and you'll see why I ordered a real tire chewer, why you need a real tire chewer, because this way will get you by starting in the hobby the way I do it. But I bought a powered track on eBay, and we put sandpaper on it, and you'll see we scuffed the tires that way on it. You gotta be careful not to overheat your motor, burn your motor up. It's hard on cars, but anyway, I'll show you how to do that. Actually, the rubber tires feel pretty sticky on this one. I'll do some laps with it on rubber anyway. And that's a good looking car. They should run real good with the Scalextric Camaros and the Scalextric Mustangs. This should fit right in there. So, anyway, I think that's about all I got for tonight. So we'll do the tire training video next week, and then I think I'm going to do a top 5. I think I'm going to pick out my top 5 favorite cars right now and talk about those and why they're my favorites. But put this on here. My cat is, so you can see Simba. He's just, I heard cat videos are popular. So, I know one of the guys at work, Jason, he said more cat in your videos. So, there's Simba. He always hops up on the table with the cars. He likes them. You like this one? This your favorite? No, he keeps eyeballing the Knight Rider.
I need to get him a stuffed car shaped away. Yeah.
I think he likes to help work on them. So. Anyway, that's sorry, work uniform. I just got off work. I got to work tomorrow, and then half a day Thursday, and then I'm off for Christmas break. So anyway, till next time, this is Garage of Slot Cars.